the main things that I do want to delve into are some of the features or some of the impressive things that you've built with Figure1. Number one being the community around it, and number two, the paging system, which frankly, correct me if I'm wrong, relies on a sense of community as well to be reliable. So, I mean, let's talk about community. How do you grow out the community in terms of size and get penetration so quickly? Part of it is product market fit, but were there any specific tactics that you use in terms of building it out?
We took a lot of advice from our users. And when we felt we were ready, we hired somebody to manage our community, to listen to them and give us feedback. And she was like one of the most empathetic people I've ever met, but was also able to give like very incisive feedback about this feature isn't working for our users, or they're blocked at this phase. Can we create a feature that can help solve these problems, right? So we watched very closely about how people were using the app and said, they're trying to do this. The fact that you mentioned paging is great, because paging was one of the best. It was one of my favorite features. I'll describe it in a sec, but it also came from my co-founder looking at something in the app and going, hey, look what these people are doing. They're doing something here. Can we help them out a bit? And so paging is a feature that essentially you can upload a case and request the feedback of a specific service, right? So if you've got somebody with a swollen joint and you need someone to look at it, you might want to talk to a rheumatologist. So on Figure1, when you upload a case, you can tap on the paging feature and select that you want a rheumatologist, and that case will get sent to all the active rheumatologists, and everyone who's on the app will see it right at the top of their feed. And it says, this case needs the advice of a rheumatologist. Can you help out? Okay, we called it paging because you're paging a specialist just like you would in an old school hospital switchboard. I mean, it used to be doctors and drug dealers who used pagers, and now it's just doctors. And so that feature was essentially discovered when my co-founder was looking over I think it was an ortho case or a radiology case. And it was an arm or a leg that had a fracture in it. And they were just like, I think they were maybe even like, as a joke, people were like, is there an orthopedic surgeon in the house? Is there a radiologist around? Like, paging radiology. Like, okay, yeah, we can do that for you. No problem. We'll just put the case in front of all of those specialists and set them a push notification. Great. Paging solved. We also realized that people were starting to follow cases by just adding the word following as a comment, because users all by themselves just realized that if you commented on a case, you would get updates when there were more comments. And so if the answer was going to be in the comments, you wanted to hear about it. And so sometimes you'd go into an unusual case and there would be like 20 or 30 people just typing the word following as their comment. You know what we need, says my co-founder? We need a button called following. Okay. So we built a button called following. So you didn't have to add a comment. You could just press the button and get updates. Right? But those sorts of things, like we just added the features that our users were trying to do. And it helped them feel like they had agency in what this community was going to be able to do.